Hello and welcome to the Garden of the Black Roses. This is a fan fiction. So if you want to see my original works, then you're probably better off looking at a different playlist. Not playlist, but like multiple playlists. If you go into the playlist section, I will have the playlists listed as original works and fan fiction, so this would be on the fan fiction. But yeah, so this is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction. Years ago I got really into puzzle shipping and all of that, so these are all unfinished. I might go back to it. I have been putting bits and pieces into it, but I don't have that full drive as I used to. But I will, preface every single fan fiction audio as fan fiction. So this is a series called Angelic Intentions. So this is the first arc of Angelic Intentions. Chapter 1, The Letter. 2 years post the ceremonial duel, Yami and Atemu had settled into daily life with their hikari, Yugi and Heba. Both were turning 16 and in high school. Yugi and Heba's grandfather had passed away not long after the ceremonial duel, and so Yami and Atemu took over management of the shop while their hikaris were at school. At first glance, anyone would think Yugi, Yami, Atemu and Heba were brothers because of their similarity in looks, but it's not the case at all. Yugi and Heba were the only brothers out of the four, twins with their only differences being skin and eye color. Heba was tanned with rich purple eyes, while Yugi was pale with clear amethyst eyes. Atemu was the first pharaoh to face Zork 5,000 years ago, and made the choice to sacrifice himself to seal Zork away. His puzzle was passed down for 2,000 years, until it was passed into the hands of Yami. Yami made the same choice as Atemu to sail Zork away. His choice caused the puzzle to split into two and shatter. His priests created golden boxes to place the puzzles in Yami's tomb. Those puzzles waited 3,000 years until the twins found and solved them. "Yami, Atemu, we're home!" Yugi called as he walked in the door. Heba had gathered the mail on his way in and looked through each of them. He followed Yugi into the lounge. "How was your day?" Yami asked, giving Yugi a kiss on the forehead. Atemu did the same with Heba, who was too engrossed with the mail to notice. "It was okay," Yugi replied with a smile. Tia was being a little annoying with her friendship speeches, but other than that... "Yugi." Heba's tone made everyone look at him. He held a sky-blue envelope in his hand. The remaining mail had been handed to Atemu. Yugi looked at the envelope, then at Heba, his smile fading. Heba motioned with his head to follow him. They both put their bags down, and Yugi gave the two spirits a smile. "We'll be right back." Yami and Atemu watched them leave before silently following them. If something was troubling their hikaris, they wanted to know about it. Yugi took the envelope from Heba and opened it to reveal a piece of folded parchment inside. He quickly scanned the contents. "The council is meeting tomorrow," Yugi said softly. "They had to put it on our 16th. How are we going to explain this to our boyfriends?" "You know we can't miss a council meeting," Heba replied, pacing back and forth, tapping his lips with his finger. "But we also can't tell them about this until we are 18. Gabriel would kill us if he found out we told them. Yugi shuddered at that thought. In any case, Heba continued, we have no choice but to attend the council meeting. There's one good thing though, Yugi said with a slight smile. It's at 4 p.m. So if we were to go there straight after school, then we might be able to get back before they suspect anything. Do you think Ryo and Malik will be there? Heba asked with a sigh. Neither liked the idea of lying to their Yamis, but the situation was unavoidable. I hope so, Yugi replied. I heard Raphael and Uriel almost killed them for missing the last one. The only reason they didn't was because they had a hard time getting away from their Yamis. Yugi shook his head. I still don't understand why the Millennium items were released in this incarnation. We usually receive them when we have a human incarnation. I'm not complaining though, Heba said with a smile. Neither, Yugi replied. Just curious on why. He started to make his way back inside. I'll give Ryo and Malik a call to see what they think we could do. Heba nodded before following Yugi inside. Just make sure you're alone when you do. Yugi, Heba, Ryo and Malik stared up at Domino's City Hall with disdain. None really wanted to go to the council meeting, but none had a choice in the matter. It had taken a lot of convincing to get their Yamis to agree that they would be home by 6. The 4 hoped the meeting wouldn't run so long. After it was over, the 4 trudged out and looked up at the huge clock. It was exactly 6 p.m. Yugi and Heba waved goodbye to Ryo and Malik, with the promise that they and their Yamis would be at their 16th that night. It was uneventful and quiet as they made their way through the city back to the game shop. Uneventful, that is, until... Looks like we have 2 younglings looking for some fun. A familiar voice purred from the dark alley. I will certainly enjoy myself tonight. Yugi and Heba took one look and bolted in the opposite direction. And that's it. Back then my chapters were not that long. They were quite short. Yeah, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Which will probably be another chapter of this. There's 6 chapters completed of this one. There's 4. No, the 4th one's planned, but it wasn't written. 3. But yeah, there's 6 chapters of this one. And yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. And as always, remember, let your imagination run wild. Bye for now.